What's going on, everyone? My name is Jamal Sakaro. I'm here at Oddities and Curiosities 2024 at the McCormick place. I'm over here at the Spooky Snaps photography booth, joined by...
I'm Dana Day of Spooky Snaps Photography.
How are you doing, Dana? This has been a great weekend so far. Day one, right?
Yeah, day one. We've been open for about 3 hours, and the crowds are rolling in.
Oh, awesome. I got a little bit excited here because I saw that this was a photography booth and you were selling prints. And one of the slogans you have here is "Film is not dead," which I personally agree. I do like shooting film myself. You want to talk about the process of what your prints are?
Sure, absolutely. I've been doing this for about 30 years, very analog photography, very low tech. I primarily do Pinhole. Pinhole is a light tight box with a tiny hole. And that is it. There's no viewfinder, there's no focusing mechanism. It's very, very low tech. I also use cheap plastic cameras, a Holga. So again, plastic lens, a very low range of focus. So you get like this dreamy effect, lots of mistakes, just embrace your mistakes. And it's all film based.
Right, awesome. Oh man, I'm super excited. One of the questions I guess I have to ask is also like, how does one really, I guess, frame with Pinhole? Like, just give a rough idea.
I just kind of compose my image. I've been using this box for 30 years, so we're pretty good friends. Plunk it down, you look at what you're photographing, kind of guess, maybe you want to angle it a little bit. So it's all kinds of different ways you can do it, but really it comes down to sort of intuition and just knowing your box.
Gotcha. Awesome. Was there any particular piece here that was one of the more challenging pieces that challenging shots that you were trying to get at some point, or just something that was almost a hit or miss, or almost a miss, I guess?
Well, let's see. I would say probably the most challenging was this one here. It's in an abandoned church in Gary. It was a really long exposure because it was kind of a darker alcove, and I guess not challenging at the time, but the week after, the balcony collapsed.
Oh wow! So you got there pretty lucky then.
Yeah, I got very lucky with that shot. I think sometimes when I'm doing cemetery shots out in the bright sunlight, it's kind of challenging because I like ghosting images, and if it's really bright sun, I'm looking at a 30-second exposure versus like 20 minutes. So you don't quite get quite as much ghosting, and you get what you get.
I see. No, yeah, that's the beauty of film. You get what you get. I noticed also everything here is printed in black and white. Do you only shoot black and white?
I don't. I do shoot colors sometimes. All this is done in my basement darkroom, so it's all hand printed in a traditional darkroom on photographic paper. Color is a little bit more challenging. I don't have the capabilities, and it changes things. Pinhole color tends to be really juicy, and it takes you from this. It can be just as dreamy, but it takes you from this like darker scene to like boom. It's really modern feeling, and it's not always my thing.
Gotcha. No, I completely understand. Well, I guess I don't know if this is a controversial question at all, but your favorite black and white film, I guess, that you've loved shooting with, after I guess you shot countless of rolls of black and white before. Is there one in particular that stands out that you kind of, if you had to pick one, just one roll of black and white film?
I kind of like a lomography, is it Earl Grey 400, because they, and that is for my Holga camera. It's 120 film. They're having processing issues, and so the paper backing with the numbers and the dots are coming onto the film itself. So people who are more technically minded hate it. It's a mistake. It's awful. I love it because it's bringing the texture of the film into the photograph, and for me, doing analog things that a lot of people aren't in touch with anymore, it's bringing in more of the tools of my trade into my image. So
wow.
That's why I love it.
Well, that's a beautiful answer. Why don't you tell our viewers here where they could see or also purchase any of your work, and all your social medias as well?
I'm on Instagram at Spooky Snaps Photography, Facebook also Spooky Snaps Photography, and my website is spookysnapsphotography.com.
And I also know you're local here as well in the Chicagoland area?
I am Chicago-based, and I will be at the Oddities and Curiosities Expo until tomorrow at 4.
Well, there you go, guys. thank you again, Dana, for sharing some of the time with us, giving us some great insight here. Stay tuned for more. We got Ziding coming up next, another great vendor. We'll see you there.